Sun Tzu, The Art of War, the final chapter, Espionage. Sun Tzu, The Art of War, the final chapter, Espionage. And the final chapter is highly valued in the art of war. Master Sun said, raising an army of 100,000 men and marching them 300 miles drains the pockets of the common people and the public treasury to the daily sum of 1,000 taels of silver. It causes commotion at home and abroad and sets countless men tramping the highways exhausted. It keeps 700,000 families from their work. Two armies may confront each other for several years for a single decisive battle. It is callous to begrudge the expense of 100 taels of silver for knowledge of the enemy's situation. Such a miser is no commander of men, no support to his lord, no master of victory. Prior information enables wise rulers and worthy generals to move and conquer, brings them success beyond that of the multitude. This information cannot be obtained from spirits, it cannot be deduced by analogy, it cannot be calculated by measurements, it can only be obtained from men, from those who know the enemy's dispositions. There are 5 sorts of spies: local, internal, double, dead, and live. When these 5 sorts of espionage are in operation, no one knows the way of it. It is called the mysterious scheme, the Lord's treasure. Local spies come from among our enemy's fellow countrymen. Internal spies from among our enemy's officials. Double spies from among our enemy's own spies. Dead spies are those for whom we deliberately create false information. They then pass it on to the enemy. Live spies are those who return with information. In the whole army, none should be closer to the commander than his spies. None more highly rewarded, none more confidentially treated. Without wisdom, it is impossible to employ spies. Without humanity and justice, it is impossible to employ spies. Without subtlety and ingenuity, it is impossible to ascertain the truth of their reports. Subtlety of subtleties. Spies have innumerable uses. If confidential information is prematurely divulged, both spy and recipient must be put to death. In striking an army, in attacking a city, in killing an individual, it is necessary to know beforehand the names of the general and of his attendants, his aides, his doorkeepers, his bodyguards. Our spies must be instructed to discover all of these in detail. Enemy spies come to spy on us, must be sought out, bribed, won over, well accommodated. Then they can be employed as double agents. From the double agents, we discover local and internal spies. From the double agents, we learn how best to convey misinformation to the enemy. From the double agents, we know how and when to use live spies. The ruler must know all 5 of these sorts of spies. This knowledge must come from the double agents, so the double agents must be treated generously. Of old, the rise of the Yin dynasty was due to Yi Zi, who had served under the Xia, and the rise of the Zhou dynasty was due to Lu Ya, who had served under the Yin. Only the enlightened ruler, the worthy general, can use the highest intelligence for spying, thereby achieving great success. Spies are a key element in warfare. On them depends an army's every move. Spies are a key element in warfare. On them depends an army's every move.